I believe we are on to Paladin. So we've got a 1-mana Paladin Priest spell. It says set the attack of all enemy minions to 1 until your next turn.
This is trash.
It's better in Priest than it is in
The
Paladin.
effect of that like 7-mana card? The 7-mana 3/4 Eadric of Pure or whatever?
Yeah, but that card has never seen play.
No, because it costed 7 though. The effect was good.
Yeah. This is better in Priest because you can
Oh my gosh, this is AIDS and Raza Priest.
You can play it alongside Potion of Madness or alongside Cabal Shadow Priest or alongside like Shadow Word Horror. And the reason and even if you're not running those cards, if you play this and then you play Zephrys with 6 mana left, it's going to give you a Cabal Shadow Priest. You know?
True.
So I don't know.
Or just like a Shadow Word.
They won't
Shadow Word Horror?
Shadow Word Horror is Old God, so
Yeah, but you can just play that in this.
Yeah.
Like Big Priest, and that's like a great 2-mana rule. They already have that, didn't they?
Yeah, they have pint size already. But this is to 1 instead of
This
-3.
is more consistent than pint
Yes.
size.
It's better.
This card seems fantastic. I think this is like
This is much better than pint
there's
size.
not a lot of ways to play it in Paladin and Wild, like 'cause you just like press the button or like OTK like for memes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Even in OTK, I think it's good because it like gives you it refreshes your hero power with that 3-drop, and the effect's pretty good. I think this is gonna be really obnoxious to play against the Priest.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
this card's fantastic. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. I think this one's a 1. It's like Curse of Weakness from Warlock, and it's way better than
by
Curse of
itself.
Weakness,
It's
but Curse
not
of
that
Weakness
good.
is horrible.
By itself, it's not good. Therefore, I see where Gu1Danie1's coming
What's
from.
Curse of Weakness?
Curse of Weakness is the 2-mana Echo Warlock
Echo?
card.
Yeah, this is 1 mana. Do like what that takes 6 mana to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This card, I think this card's fantastic.
This card is much better than Potion of Madness or Curse of Weakness. That being said, those cards are bad. Or, well, Potion... I mean, Pint Size Potion was never terrible, but,
You're
like...
definitely going to try this guy out in Raza Priest.
Maybe not in Raza Priest. If there's
It's a 1 mana deal.
If there's a control-heavy priest like Big Priest, I could see it being run in that.
Definitely better than Pint Size in any deck that ever ran Pint
Oh,
Size.
for sure. Pint Size will never be run again. Right? Because, like, there's no point.
I
think
think,
this card's
just in
useful.
general,
That's
there's a
fine.
lot of really good singletons that came out this expansion. That will
Like, you
definitely
play
do that.
N'Zoth, and suddenly you have 7
push these
attack
cards
power on
out.
board. Like, so it gives me an extra turn to kill your, like, 4th Gul'dan you've played. Well, like, alright, I'll just hold off on this one. Like, everything has 1 attack. Unless, of course, you have Mal'Ganis, in which case it's, like, all 3 attack or 5 attack.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just really late. And
Yeah,
there's just so many better
I
options
think it's
by that
good.
point.
Yep.
I think it's a good card.
Alright. Next, we've got a Paladin Warrior card. 1 mana Shield of Honor. Give a damaged minion plus 3 attack and Divine Shield.
This card's ridiculously absurd in Rage Warrior in Standard. This card's, like, oppressively good in Standard for absolutely no reason. They had a card that looked like this minus the damage tag for 3 mana, and it was good while it was in Standard. And the current best deck in Standard that got nerfed because it was too good and is still good is Rage Warrior
Yeah.
and Egg Warrior. This is an insanely good card.
I saw an OTK with this the other day that was like
Of course you did.
Kakona Elite. So
Kakona and
Korkron Elite
Bloodstorm?
plus Shield of Honor and stuff. And you just like bonk your opponent and kill
Oh
him.
yeah, Kakona and Blood Revenge.
Easy.
And then Bloodstorm?
Something like that.
Definitely not a Paladin card, but yeah, this is a great Warrior card. This seems like something they needed.
It's harder to activate on Paladin, but like if you ever get it to go off, obviously it's a fantastic Paladin card.
Yeah.
It's just harder
They
to set
probably
up
just wanna run
consistently.
Blessing of Mind.
I'd
It's way
play
better
it
than Blessing
in
of Life. It works, obviously.
I'd play it in
Well,
Galvadon.
yeah.
I'd play it in Galvadon.
Galvadon?
Yeah, this seems good.
Yeah.
Well, Galvadon's not good, so sure. There's about 15 replaceable cards in Galvadon, probably.
Rude.
This card is... If I, like, played Standard a lot, I would be pissed off at this card. This card seems unnecessarily strong. If
Yeah.
Imagine this card came out
Yeah.
as +2 attack, you're playing it in Warrior.
Yeah.
Ah, it's 3 attack?
And I think there's a chance it'll get nerfed anyways. So
Yeah, don't disenchant this when
I can see it. If Warrior's as good as I've heard as it is in standard sometimes.
It's fantastic.
That this probably will be a candidate early on.
It had to get nerfed, but now it's just not. Now it's good again. That's this.
Yep.
And that and standard has Blood Swarm and Corcoran, like
Paladin,
Filler.
6 mana, 4/9, Lifesteal.
Filler.
Filler. Yep.
any card that has one word on it generally is filler.
To be fair, more lifesteal cards better for like things like Corpse Taker.
Yes.
I'd play this in even Paladin with Corpse Taker. But,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I would like to see an even.
Whoa.
5 mana, Blessing of Authority. Give a mana plus 8 and 8. It can't attack heroes this turn.
Nah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I can't go face. What's the point? Of
It
having
can't
a
go
minion?
face the first turn, but then it sticks around.
There's no point to ever send a minion to another minion. That's what spells are for. Minions go face, spells go minions.
Sure.
That's like the most specific anti-giant tech I've ever seen.
Yeah. Alright, moving on.
Yeah.
7 mana, Paladin Warrior spell, Commencement. Summon a minion from your deck. Give it Taunt and Divine Shield. This is...
Can I wait 1 second? Can I actually say this is before? I want to talk about this card, but this is probably going to be the most beautiful art of the set.
Beautiful.
In golden.
Yeah.
This one, the crown. This one's going to be a beautiful card, I feel like. But actually,
Do you have like all golden cards?
Yeah, he likes...
Do I have a lot of golden cards? Nah, I have 1 or 2.
Do you have your whole collection like golden, basically?
Pretty much all of his Warlock cards. He only
Well,
plays
yeah,
Warlock.
my collection is strictly Warlock, so I don't have other cards.
Really? Does it chant every other class?
Yeah.
Yeah, just fuck them. I've recently started to keep a couple of them because I do want to start playing in some of the tournaments that come up. Like I do have a Raza Priest, unfortunately. I've got a Libram Paladin, Uther OTK Paladin. That's my favorite, my backup deck. But everything else is just Golden Warlock cards. I don't have any cards.
I opened a Golden Gu1Danie1 back in KFT, and I think carries that deck, dude.
Oh,
Just
beautiful.
so
I was about to say, I was waiting for you to say I disenchanted it.
I also back in the day. I don't know if you remember, like back in the day, just like real back in like the handlock days before Wild existed. There was like this one girl Hearthstone player, like professional, that like just for whatever reason just threw out Mechanis in handlock and blew everyone's minds. I opened a Golden Mechanis back in the day, still got that guy. Gorgeous card. You pop that John down and suddenly, ooh, pretty.
It's a real game then. It's like the end game. Everything's serious now.
Mechanis went from being a good card to a terrible card to like a great card. Just like what a ride that card had.
So this card right here is my favorite card of the set. I am really looking forward to playing with
What's
this.
the Paladin card that already does
fuck
this?
yeah.
Is it where it discovers a 6 and does this for 7 minutes?
What?
Isn't there a Paladin card that summons a random 6 and does this?
Yeah, but this is from your deck. So on 7,
And it's a warrior, big warrior card, huh?
yeah, on 7 I can play this, and I can have a Taunt Divine Shield Yasharge.
Isn't big warrior even then?
Or a Taunt Divine Shield, like, I don't even know, like, just like anything that you want to like put in. Like, now you don't have to think about, oh, is this going to have immediate board impact? Is this going to keep me alive?
It to you, man, but
Because this card is built in. Summon a minion from your deck and make it so it keeps you alive.
I hate to break it to you, pal, but if you're not getting death, you're getting the little shooty missiles that's making it a random minion, or you're getting devolved.
Only if this deck is good.
No
this deck,
big warrior is having any fun.
If this deck is tier 3, like I think it's going to be, and only me and Casual Fridays are going to play it. If this is tier 3, then we'll sneak under the radar and we'll have ourselves a grand old time.
Dude.
Like,
And
That's
I'll
what I was
rip out that
telling
card
them.
you just said that sucked and make it have 1 attack. And you'd be like, well, what the heck?
7 mana, summon Ragnaros from your deck, give it Taunt Divine Shield.
Alright, and I'll smack it with my Mage Hunter. And you'll be sad.
But then he gets to
card-
smack you with Ragnaros for 8.
This card's 1 star.
He actually gets to go face with Ragnaros.
That's one or 2
Yeah.
stars in a while. This card's terrible.
I mean, it's not a great card, but it's super flavorful for both classes. Big Paladin or dual Paladin, they're trying to make a
It
thing.
makes sense in both classes. 'Cause both have
Big Warrior, Recruit Warrior is pretty cool. Definitely my co-host Casual
fun cards need to exist.
did get a little fond part in his heart for this card. It's great. It's a cool card. I
Fun
like
cards need to exist. It's a fun and cool card. I just don't think it's good.
I will make this card work.
You will play it a
kills
lot,
me.
and you will collect a lot of legend points, or sit at Diamond 5, one of the two. But
I would have loved if this was 6. If they could have actually done the even.
then it's like a-
warrior.
well,
It would have been.
They couldn't.
Fantastic.
Though.
6 mana recruit.
They
huh?
couldn't because they did gather your party at 6, and this is strictly better.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
but
100%.
Gather your party stunk. Power creep go Brrrr, make it 6. What's that like primal lens in Paladin where you like switch the cost of things to make this 1 or like a 1 cost minion?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
that's
bad?
really good.
You
No,
have to
that's
run
good.
1 cost minions?
Oh wait, yeah, never mind.
You have to like run
Anti-synergy.
1 cost minions to do
Yeah.
that?
Wait, I was almost on board with you there.
I don't know, I was doing anything there. I wasn't saying like I thought this through. I'm just thinking
Hey,
of ways
that-
to make it cheaper. Or cheat it out. Like, are there cards that like cast a random spell from your hand that isn't your opponent doing it? I'm gonna unsaboteur this
You
out.
can do this with the
Yeah.
8 mana 4/7.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That fits in this deck,
Spiteful, dude.
and it's big enough that I don't mind running it.
Some
Right.
times. Yeah, maybe. And when you get it from this card, it then summons. If it lives, it summons another one.
Yeah.
It does another spell.
And then it brawls
In that
itself.
deck, you want in
Yeah.
that deck you want to have. In that deck, you want to have things that keep you alive, right? So that your like absurd amount of 10 drops don't just make you die.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can
Yes.
move on for this card.
I like it.
You
I
like
think-
it?
I like it. It's a bad card, but I like it.
Yeah, I agree with
This is the only card that I will give 6 stars.
you.
It's because it's fun. It's fun as 6
This is a
stars.
guy who's been playing Pirate
It's
War
fun.
for
Yeah,
4 years.
it's your one pass of the set.
There's nothing
review.
fun about Pirate War, and you've been playing it for 7 years to get to live.
Whatever. Yeah, I think I found my title for the podcast. Power Creep Go Brrrr.
Hey, that card's not Power Creep. That's just the card.
All right. Paladin, 2 mana, 1/1, Argent Braggart. Battle Cry, gain attack and health to match the highest in the battlefield.
Oh. Wait,
It's all right.
Interesting, but bad.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
so
wow.
okay,
It's
the
super
first thing that
dependent on
came
what
to-
your opponent's playing. If your opponent's playing Quest Mages, it's terrible,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's going to be like a 3/5
What if you play
'cause
like?
when you get a Flame Waker or a
Oh
Luna.
gosh. So many things just came to
Yeah,
my
2/4,
mind.
yeah.
So many things. There's that Druid card where it's like a 1/1, but sometimes it's a 7/7. Is that the one that like it takes
Forbidden
mana?
Ancient, yeah.
So
You
this is
spend
like
all your
better 'cause
mana.
It's always 2 mana.
Yeah. This is better
And
than
then
that
the
card.
The second thought was like, what if you just play like a random like 2 mana 7/7 that can't attack, and then you throw this out there? I don't know. There's no way that's good, but that's what I was.
No, it's just like I just don't know what deck would want to run this, and it's just
Dude,
not worth
if
a
this
card
was a
slot.
You
warlock
could put
card,
this in with you could put this in some sort of big paladin where
mean-
it doesn't draw from the deck though. So like
you
you couldn't run into charge, but you could put this in and play Nozdormu on 4, and then on 5 you play like this and like
You chuck it in Galvadon,
I
surely.
get- like I don't know.
Well, if you're playing Nozdormu on 4, you're already playing
Sure,
10 mana.
but
so you
but
want
then you
this.
could do Lich King and this on turn 5,
Yeah,
and then you've got
that's true.
3/8
How are you
3/8
doing this on turn 5?
by playing Nozdormu on 4.
What?
Nozdormu the Timeless.
Oh, that Nozdormu.
Yeah.
The bad Nozdormu.
Not the
Those
one
are
Hey.
least fun.
Hey.
Hey.
I like that card.
I don't know. If this was like a warlock card and you had like power overwhelming, if you had like really good 1 mana buffs,
Yeah, no, this
Like-
would be sweet in Warlock if I could
you
play
could
this
like
in
buff
a
really
Mountain
big.
Giant.
Like
all
Druid has a lot of
that.
buffs, but they're usually just like attack buffs, right? So like you
Yeah,
just
attack
have like a
buff.
2 mana 9/1. Like it's not
Yeah.
as good. But there's probably a world in Standard where you have like the Hand of Adal and Blessing of Kings, and you have this shown in there. But
Yeah.
even
Maybe.
in Standard, people like Standard players like me love just like playing stats on curves. So like
Yeah.
this is just not very good tempo a lot of the times.
Yeah, you'll never play this on 2.
No.
And for that reason, I think it probably won't ever see play.
Right.
You have to have cards that, if at their worst, are like whatever, dude. It's a tempo. I have to do it. This is like
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll never do it unless it's a dead card.
Yep.
Yeah, this card's bad. It's filler.
All right, we have a 4 mana 3/6 Paladin Priest Legendary.
Oh,
I
gosh,
opened this
this
one.
is
It is High Abyss Allura.
Wait,
Spell
why does
burst.
it target this if possible exists? That's so dumb.
Spellburst, cast a spell from your deck, targets this if possible.
So it's like if it's Spyker's Steed or something.
Dude, I'm gonna mind control this, dude. It's gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
This seems atrocious.
You just, I mean, you build your deck around it, right?
Dude, you pop it in Galvadon. Cool. Have a nice day getting to 3,000.
You can put it in, like, you can, like, have it do Apotheosis and Priest. You could have it do Power Word and Fusion. You could have it do any of the Galvadon cards, pretty much, right? But, yeah, it's a, I mean, at worst, it's Water Elemental stats.
Yeah. I mean,
that is the best part about it. It's just the stat line. It's definitely a Paladin card, I feel like.
Yeah, it's better.
And I think we've kind of learned by Spell Burst that it's either broke or it's just kind of bad.
Yep.
And the only good thing is that it might stick around, but Spell Burst just seems so expensive to actually take advantage of.
Yeah. And the way you do it with this is if it's, you either build this with all like minion buffs in your deck, or you do it with things that can only say on the card target an enemy.
If you run,
because then you can do like you could do Consecration, or you could do like you know what I mean, like you can do Libram of Wisdom or not Libram, Libram of Justice or whatever.
The problem with this card is like if you want to run spells that like buff it, like Spyker's cheat stuff, right? You need a cheap spell burst to be able to play to activate it to cheat it out, which means some of the times your spell burst is going to activate this card, which is going to cast the cheap one that you would normally use to activate the spell burst. Yeah. You're going to have like Blessing of Might, just hoping it gets steated and it gets Blessing of Might again. It's like, this is terrible.
Well, that's where like you can get away with stuff like
it's 2 stars because
Libram of Wisdom, where if it pulls it from your deck, you don't mind because Libram of Wisdom in your hand is so good.
Yeah, maybe. It's still, even in that deck, it just seems like an okay card.
Sure.
As someone who played a lot of OTK Paladin, Libra of Wisdom is sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I did Libra.
But yeah, I think this card's bad.
Yeah, terrible.
It'll find a home in my Galvadon Paladin.
Maybe not
probably.
terrible. It's a 3/6, but it's bad.
Is this a strictly Galvadon Paladin?
Is this a strict
just
one?
like you were all in on the Galvadon Lanessa game plan?
Yeah, I love that deck.
Okay, sweet. All right,
Sweet.
All right, yeah, 100%. Galvadon. Chock this full of it. Yeah.
Yeah. This one, 3 mana, 3/2, Lord Barav, Warrior Paladin Legendary. Battlecry, set the health of all other minions to 1. Death Rattle, deal 1 to all minions. So, it's a quality for 1 cheaper with a 3/2 body. And then when it dies, it cleans up. Or, I just think, in like Odd Warrior, for example, you toss this down, you play Whirlwind, it's an instant board clear for 4. It's better than Brawl. You know? And
across
and they get a
3/1. Good.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I see these cards, I immediately go, boom, that makes sense. But it's always only for like 1 class.
Yeah.
Like I see this, I'm like, yeah, that's a Warlock. That's a Warrior card. I might play that. But then in
Paladin, you play it with like Consecration.
That's like it's a 3 mana equality on a stick.
Yeah.
Why did they make equality cost 4 mana if they're gonna print this?
It's a 3 mana equality with a
because they wanted this to see play.
Yeah. It's a 3 mana equality with a 3/2
But this
body.
is like sometimes better than a 2 mana equality.
This never sees playing Paladin. And Warrior, this is amazing.
Yeah, this slots into Odd Warrior in a heartbeat.
I think.
And standard, I mean, we were talking about a little standard with Risky Skipper.
I don't think you
and
play this with like
it's a board clear.
Yeah.
You don't think you like play this with a Pyromancer and Paladin, like a Trick Paladins?
Pyromancer has to have a spell to go off, so why are you not just playing like equality at that point? You know?
Yeah.
Or
Libram
this
or
plus
anything.
Consecration. Or... Is there a cheaper spell than Consecration that does a similar thing? Deals 1? Does Paladin have a Whirlwind effect?
Paladin doesn't actually have a lot of stuff. I remember we were playing wacky stuff like Explosive Sheep, Open stuff.
Yeah.
For board clears.
Yeah.
But this card is like really, really good in Warrior. I think Odd Warrior could see it. Dead Man's Hand Warriors popped up recently.
Yeah.
And this seems like a fantastic addition to that with the Risky Skipper package already.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like Jordan was mentioning earlier, it's
Dead Man's
either
Hand
one of these
Warriors.
classes the card makes perfect sense, and the other class it's like I get the flavor behind it, but it just doesn't work.
Sure. At
I
least
think
not
in
yet.
standard, a 3-mana quality sees play. On a stick?
The other issue is Paladin doesn't see play anyways. So like, how is
Right,
this card
yes.
gonna see play in Paladin?
It'll
if
see play in
Paladin's not
standard,
being
though.
played?
I think. I think a 3-mana quality and a stick in standard is like what everybody in standard wants.
Sure. Then we have the other,
It's a lot of
the
stats.
pure Paladin legendary, 8 mana, 3/12 rush. Whenever this attacks a minion, set the defender's attack and health to 3. So
They
it's-
managed to make a thing that's kind of poisonous, but not.
yeah, it's poisonous, but it doesn't deal as much damage to this thing that's attacking,
So like,
which is good.
Mhm.
it's poisonous to the thing 8 attacks, but and it makes it take less damage. But once it's killed that minion, it's significantly worse than poisonous.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like a 3/8 with no text.
Well,
3. Well, no,
3/9.
it still
3/9.
keeps it.
it's a
But
3/9,
I mean, it's a-
but the problem is
But
that
it's not when
they
someone
trade
attacks
into
it,
it and
yeah.
then it doesn't do anything.
When they attack you, it's just
8
a
mana,
3/9.
3/9 kill a thing. Yeah, it's a pure paladin card. Ultimately, it's like bad Sunkeeper, which isn't seen.
Definitely sees play in standard. Like they're trying to make Paladin a decent class in standard. These cards are doing it.
If they make even Paladin, like mid-range even Paladin viable again, he's playing that probably.
It's hard to do much in like wild Paladin that isn't just like hit the button for 2/1/1s. So
Yeah.
or OTK kill somebody like
Or play
absurdly
Murlocs.
Yeah. So a lot of Paladin cards are just going to be like standard cards that are probably.
It could be in
honestly.
like that dual paladin deck if it ever makes
Ooh.
sense.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah. I don't
If
know.
there's ever like a super minion heavy meta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
If Q block ever is good again.
Q-Block is kind of like, it'll be around,
I'd rather
but
Mason
I
than
honestly
Q-Block.
think its days are kind of starting to be.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
Q-Block
no
is
way Q-Block's
not.
any less
I
than
think it's
60.
it's one of the more overrated decks. Two.
Raza Priest and Quest Mage have to die for Q block to be good.
Oh really?
Be-
Those hurt Q-Block?
Because they both just don't care about what you have on the board and they're just going to go over the top and kill you.
Yeah, it's also one of those decks I just don't think it has the ceiling to ever be the best deck. I think there'll always be decks that are a little bit better, more efficient, cheat out stuff a little bit better, quicker. Q-Block is still a turn 4, turn 5, turn 6 start going deck.
Yeah.
Fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough.
which the other decks have stupid high roll potential where Q-Block has nice high roll.
But Q-Block is like, if you do manage to hit your thing on 4, 5, or 6, you never die through the board again.
Oh yeah, well I mean if I do
So
hit
if they're trying to
myself
get a
on,
board
like,
going and you hit your
clean
thing, you
entry.
win.
True. I mean it's also pretty versatile. You can build Q-Block in a couple different
So
ways,
wait.
but I don't know if it'll ever be
When
like
I heard
dominant.
you were a Warlock player and all the golden cards, I assumed you were Mana Culture. Are you just disco locking people? Are you just killing them?
No. I was actually a
Are you
Q-Block
Satanist?
main
What's
for the
happening?
longest. I'm a Malygos Warlock main.
Yes! This man is a man.
Yeah, 100%. I play 5 or 6.
I don't have to kick him
versions
off.
of
You can
Malygos.
move on to the next one.
Which
I
I'm
got
actually going to use the
Warlock.
restroom. I
That's why-
apologize on the
that's
first
okay, I
time. We
didn't-
drank a lot.
Alright.
We've been here for
so
almost 3 hours. This is
I'm
absurd.
kinda
Great. Quest Warlock
I'll be
is
back.
standard is good for that reason. It's got Malygos in it.
All right, let's keep going.
This card seems alright.
Yeah?
Kind of reminds me of Vivid Nightmares, which I might need to read one more time.
Yeah.
But this card needs.
Yeah.
Vivid
So,
Nightmare is better for the
3 mana, Paladin, Priest, Gift of Luminescence spell. Give a minion Divine Shield, then summon a 1/1 copy of it. So, like Gu1Danie1 was saying, does have those Vivid Nightmares vibes, but it does survive a little bit better because it's got Divine Shield. Both halves of it do. So I like this with Radiant Elemental, like Lyra, you know, the cards that haven't been relevant since Ungoro that I happen to love. But this could probably fit into that kind of a deck. There's a 2 mana 2/3 Priest minion that says whenever you cast a spell on a minion, add a Priest spell to your hand. It says like Lyra but smaller. I am very interested in that. You can play this on it, and then you're just getting lots of spell value, right?
I don't have much to say about this card, but it seems bad.
In Paladin, maybe you make it with some OTK potential, right? Ooh, Desert Obelisk.
No, Desert Obelisk has better cards already. It's got a 2-mana summon copies, which...
In Paladin?
I don't know what it has in Paladin. Nobody's just played it in Paladin. It's kind of a filler card that's like kind of interesting, but it's not that good.
So Dan, what I've come to the conclusion of is this card in Priest gives me like Ungoro vibes. Like I want to use this with Radiant Elemental, Lyra, the Sun Shard, that sort of stuff, which I loved that deck. And then in Paladin, I want to make Desert Obelisk work with this.
Yeah. No, that would actually be sick.
Ben from
I
work
think
right
this
now
card's
to know if
bad.
he still
It gives
plays
no
Quest
stats.
Rally.
Yeah, Ben, yeah, I was about to message him. I was about to pull it up on my other thing. But yeah, I'm still playing the Quest Mally almost exclusively.
But Quest Malagos in Wild?
Yeah. So Ben from work sent me this list. Little side detour. Quest Malagos with the new one, Supreme Archaeology, Plot Twist. Quest, Alexstrasza, All the Burn, Dark Bombs to the Face. Moarg, the Artificer, MVP card.
Is this just the standard list? What do you add?
So
in Wild?
yeah, that's what he did. He took the standard list and he basically tried to improve it with the wild cards, and it's pretty difficult. I'm definitely testing the way I play. It's a hard mulligan for Twist. You have to play a little bit on the edge, but you can potentially get I've gotten Malygos off on turn 6. You know, you complete the quest a little early. That's the ultimate high roll, but it's got good game against everything. This season I'm a game or two away from Diamond 10, and I think I'm 8-2, 9-2 on the season right now, 10-2 or something like that.
You send me the deck list. How many wild cards?
Yeah. I'll definitely send you the.
Does it fit like Demons and Gu1Danie1 in it? Is it just strictly like 2 wild cards? Like, what's it look like? I'm curious. Like,
It's basically the Mechathune list, but it's Malygos, and it's got a lot of heal with like Nether Breath, Spellstones.
Draw and stuff, and like. Huh.
It's super spicy. It was definitely it was a steep learning curve. I was playing playing really conservatively at first. It's got Godfrey and it's sick.
Godfrey's a sick card. Does it run the other 7-mana 4/4? Makes your hands
No, it doesn't run Valdris. Valdris is a little slow for it by the time by turn 7 you kind of want to feed it the quest or something. But it feels good actually. I feel really good. You got to avoid mage obviously.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can steal one.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, we got all a little tangent there. My bad.
That's all right. Moving on, we have 6-mana 4/5 Priest Paladin minion, Devout Pupil. Divine Shield Taunt costs 1 less for each spell you've cast on friendly characters this game. This screams staple in Gu1Danie1 Paladin. It seems like good in Libram Paladin of any kind. Other than that, they've been pushing like a Zoo Priest vibe that's like pretty spell heavy. It fits in that pretty well. Like if you're playing this for 2 or 3 mana, you're happy. If you're playing it for 0, you're real happy.
Is there any other good buffs in extra arms and priest? I mean, there's like minion buffs, right? Is there like spell buffs?
What do you mean spell buffs?
Like early game extra arms is like the best thing.
Yeah, there's like Apotheosis.
There's
like
the Apotheosis.
yeah, there's like a lot of good spell buffs. Yeah.
Huh.
Priest has got it. It's just
I like it. Yeah, I
Raza
definitely like it in
before.
Paladin too.
This will never see play if Raza exists, right? Like
in Priest maybe.
He'd just rather play Raza Priest though.
Sure.
Which is better.
This also counts for renew. If you renew your own face, it counts. So it's not strictly buffs either. But
Oh, you can heal yourself with like cards too.
yeah,
Yeah, I might actually see play then.
it's nice. Nice little.
Because there's some like, aren't there some
survivability.
random priests that used to run like Priest of the Feast and like the heal 5, just like stuff like kind of help not die to like burn decks. If that ever exists in like a meta where you want to run the like, renew and the heal 5, you toss this in there. Least of a 1-of in arena list.
Yeah, this is Sunwalker that gets cheaper. So I think sometimes it sees play. Or what's that? What's the 6-mana 4/5 Divine Shield Taunt? Is that
3-star.
Is it called Sunwalker?
Yeah. 6-mana 4/5 Divine Shield Taunt. It's a
Yeah.
classic card.
It's also another thing for the Paladin card to summon. Another 6-drop.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it makes that card worse because it already has too much upon on it, so stats suck.
Ah, well.
Oh,
True.
dual is what you're saying, or is the other? Dual's
Yeah, I like the card definitely. It's more of a Paladin card,
I think it's
but
better in
I
Priest.
do. It's a consideration for.
I feel like it's definitely better in Priest because the healing
Really?
spells. Yeah, because you can heal yourself and like it makes it cheaper. It's like a decent card. The other
Oh,
stuff
with the
in-
Librams, it's so easy to just chain those things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get
right,
this.
those-
You could play this as early as turn 3 pretty easily.
Yeah, this is some Libram support, dude. They're reinforcing that gimmick. Okay.
Yeah. There's been a couple of those.
Alright, maybe they're both okay then.
Alright, 3 mana, 4/2, Divine Shield, Spell Burst, gain Divine
Oh, I'll
Shield,
talk about it.
filler.
I thought this card was nuts because every time it like have a new turnip that lived, I could give it Divine Shield.
Oh, Jordan. Jordan's so hurt about Spell Burst.
I'm upset. Spellburst is terrible. Why does it exist?
Yeah, I think this is pretty much filler.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
Power
guess,
Keep Go
but it's
Bird,
really
dude.
filler.
Scarlet Commando got nothing on that.
0 mana, first day of school. Add 2 random 1-cost minions to your hand. Terrible.
No.
What?
Cost 0. It's not terrible.
In Paladin though.
Cost 0.
What 1-cost minion do you want?
It
Randomly.
doesn't matter. It costs 0.
You know
0
how
cost
many
cards
one,
are good.
You know how many 1-cost minions there are in Hearthstone, especially in Wild?
I don't care. I'm gonna gadget a 0 auctioneer to figure out somewhere to kill you with it. It's gonna be. It's 0 mana cards are always.
No.
Maybe not always. For really
This-
I don't know. This one seems bad. I
Can't
just
sleep on 0 mana cards. Spellburst activation.
playing
Very
even
good.
Paladin again. I don't know.
Next
Why not?
expansion, they create a like 7 mana 7/7 Spellburst win the game. You're gonna not laugh at first day of school anymore. It's gonna be nuts.
You're right. I'll keep my eye out for that card being printed.
Yep.
Alright. 3 mana, 2/2, Warrior Paladin weapon. Spellburst, summon a student with taunt and stats equal to the spell's cost. So
This is really bad.
What's a student?
if you do this plus Brawl, does Brawl happen and then you get a 5/5 with taunt?
Yes.
Okay. That's not terrible. It's not great. It's not
What's a
terrible.
student? Is it just a 1/1?
No, it's
Basic minion?
it's basic taunt minion with stats equal to the spell's cost. So 1/1, 2/2, 3/3, all the way up. Yeah.
So this is a 3 mana 2/2 that sometimes like helps you Medivh like your spells.
Yeah. More or less, yeah.
Seems good, man. Probably where I died for this.
Hey, you could play it with first day of school and get a 0/0 taunt.
I'm on board.
You play
Okay.
that. You play that on 3,
To be
and your
fair.
opponent concedes because they're just so intimidated.
To be fair, this explains why Spellburst is only 1, because you could just leave this up forever.
Yeah.
Alright, so just don't make Spellburst weapons. Come on. Spellburst is lame.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This is like playing Baku on 9. 3 mana, play this plus first day of school. They have to concede out of respect. Moving on.
I love the synergies.